I got the bands, I'm not like your man. Fuck as you saying, I drown in drip, I drown in drip, ayy. I drown in drip, ayy. Check out the kicks, ayy. I drown in drip, ayy.
Yo, welcome back to Me and the Ladies. I just hit the thing over here. But welcome back to Me and the Ladies, where we focus all on female content. From the music to the crazy shit y'all be on, right? So I don't know if this lady on some crazy shit, but I do find it weird they pointed out her head. They like redheaded girl explains why women in their 30s aren't getting married like they should. But I'm trying to figure out, why did they point out that she was redheaded? Why they couldn't just say woman tells why? I mean, she kind of pretty too. She got these green eyes. You see her? Shit. But we finna check this out. We finna see why she think that y'all ain't getting married. You feel what I'm saying? If you over 30 and you ain't married, she finna tell you why. You feel what I'm saying? So we finna see why. We gonna see if we agree with her or if we don't. You know what I mean? So I just like her eyes so much. I get her booty.
So the debate on a woman's prime has been reopened on X. Now I have a theory on this, and I don't think it's age why women aren't getting married in their 30s. And none of you are going to...
You don't think it's age? I don't think it's age either. People think it's age? What's the theory behind that?
No, it's just anything that somebody can make fun of you about that you can't help. That's always what's in society.
Damn, I didn't think that's why y'all in y'all 30s. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think before she said. I would have never thought that. I think, for one, shit, honestly, we'll be here all fucking day. Cause it's a few reasons for real why I think women over 30s don't get married. I think a lot of the women's, I think everybody got two primes. You know what I'm saying? Really three. I really think everybody got three primes. I think you got your 20s prime, I think you got your 30s prime, and I think you got your 50s prime. So I feel like those are three different stages of life. I think women should more. I think when women are in their 20s, their options are so many. You know, they got more power. When we talking about the man and woman dynamic, men are normally chasing vagina like a motherfucker in their 20s, and women have the power of that. And I think that when they're in their 20s, they get a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Men will almost give you anything. You don't really need to. And then the conception of what marriage is when you're in your 20s. The internet tells you all these terrible things about it when in reality, it's not. When in reality, the banks trust you now because you're showing that you're responsible. When in reality, you get bigger tax breaks. When in reality, you get to be two people and it's only one. Or one person is two of y'all. Like, you can handle anything for your wife. And it's in her name. Like, you can get so much more done in the world. But the stigma put around in your 20s, I think, also hurts. And I think when women hit 30s and they're at a point of they're thinking about family and stuff like that. You know, most men I know anyway had their kids, I don't want to say by mistake, but unexpectedly in their 20s. I don't know anybody that like really planned the baby out in their 20s, except for one person. And but so we get kids and stuff, so our life kind of changed. But if you haven't had that as a woman, I think you get to your 30s and you start thinking about, you know, life and family and stuff like that. But then, like I said, in the 20s, the women are a certain way and the men are a certain way. But men change also in their 30s. I believe men start knowing their worth a little more. You don't put up with as much. You kind of know, you done been around the moon, you know danger a different way. You've experienced all types of women because of how you operate in your 20s. So your trust and look is a certain way. You care more about security. Men care more about security and things that make us feel insecure in our 30s. We tend to go away from. And I just believe, the men and women are in two different places overall. That's what I've been saying. In two different places in their 30s and in their 30s. We're in two different places. Women be ready to settle down, but a man is really kind of getting his value. He really starting to understand his value in his 30s. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like women start ready to settle down, start families and all of that. But the man started knowing his worldly value. We start knowing how much, we start wanting money and want to keep it. You start wanting things. You don't want problems. You want, peace and stuff. I know that's a cliche thing, but, that's a real thing that men search for. So if you come in your 30s and now you want all of this stuff demanded, you've had your chance. You know what I'm saying? I just think men and women are in two different places in the 30s. Women ready to settle while men is really finding out, I got value. So I'm going to play the video, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I just did that for fucking 5 minutes. But, yeah, that's what I think. I think in the 30s, men are in a different place and women are in a different place, and they not the same place. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think it's harder for women in their 30s to get married than other times. You know what I'm saying? And in their 20s, they listening to the world about marriage. 30s, they want to get married, but then by that time, the man doesn't realize his own value. How rare just being a man is. A man that'll take care of his household. That's a rare thing. And when you know that all the other men out here are bums, you as a man don't accept anything. You see what I'm saying? So, and that normally happen to men in 30s, where they realize their real value. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's hear what she got to say. What up, cuz?
Women aren't getting married in their 30s. And none of you are going to like it. So let's buckle up.
She said none of it.
Before we jump into this, what are my credentials? Well, I got married at 22 and was a homemaker for a long time. Now I am in my 30s, I'm a mid, and I'm a girl boss. All right, moving on. Let's start with women who are 9s and 10s. All right, women who are objectively beautiful.
Okay, she said let's start with 9s and 10s. Beautiful women.
Maybe lonely. They don't use dating apps because they measure. These women, though, may be lonely. They don't use dating apps because they don't have to.
Because they don't have to, right?
About women who are 8s, women who are definitely beautiful, but not quite the 9 or the 10 level. You might see them on a dating app occasionally.
Yeah, for sure.
This makes 6s and 7s kind of the queens of the dating app.
I would agree. I agree with her 100%. I agree with her 100%. When girls are overly pretty, do you got a reason to be in here?
I need this one.
Make a move then. But just being in here to play and talk while I'm trying to do my thing, don't do that. So like I was saying, damn, what she just say? He just threw me off.
This makes 6s and...
Yeah, I agree. 6s and 7s are the prime women. You know what I'm saying? Or I guess 6 or 7, that shit objective too. You can be a fucking 6 to me, but a 10 to somebody else. But we know what she's mean. She's mean undeniable beauty and all of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's some people in the world nobody can call ugly. You feel what I'm saying? That's what she talk about. Those women don't be on dating apps. They're not, they trying to keep themselves not accessible. Well, they're not trying to keep, they're just not accessible. They don't have to. Men approach them all day long. So they don't have to be on the app. Now, the failure of that is that you meet niggas all day long. You know what I'm saying? But like she said, 6, 7, you may find a strong 8 in whatever your opinion is on a dating site. But normally it's going to be normal people, average people. You feel what I'm saying? Just regular. So it's way more access to those. And them be the motherfuckers getting married too, by the way.
Kind of the queens of a dating app.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's look at men. When it comes to dating apps, you don't have the 9s and the 10s of men on the dating apps either, unless they are the man horse. The man horse.
I'm finna say, girl, niggas be looking for easy pussy. It don't matter what men look like. A nigga can goddamn be the finest man in the world or the ugliest. He on that app if it's vagina there. And the nigga who you think a 10, he know you just gonna give it. You feel what I'm saying? He know you ain't finna make no effort. Like, you're gonna fuck him. He know that. So why wouldn't he get on that? But you hear what she said? She said the ones that well, at least from her perspective, is a 10, they the man whores. Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
They are the man whores. The man whores go to the dating app and they see the 6s and 7s as the low-hanging fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I'm gonna lose so many followers.
No, that's the truth.
6s and 7s kind of get this idea that
they're 9s.
they are 9s and 10s.
She, I know where she going with this. And she's right. I know where she's going with this. I know where she's going.
Yeah.
Because the nigga that's a 10 or whatever is on there, and he dealing with what you think he shouldn't be. You think he's supposed to be with the 10 woman, but he's coming and he's looking at the 6 and 7 and saying she ain't. I'm okay. She gonna fuck. Like I just said, they gonna fuck. And because he look better than you, you start thinking you look better than you do. So your attitude change. You get bougie. You forget what you look like. Like you forget.
Because they're hooking up with guys who are 9s and 10s, the man horse. So in the time that they're dating these 9 and 10 guys, they're able to grow their job and feel good about themselves and not have children and just focus on other priorities in their lives, which is fine, ladies. It's fine. However, they
you should have saw how she looked at the camera. Right? Don't attack me.
And they're like,
all right, let's
really
go.
finding any 9s and 10s anymore. Well, focus on other priorities in their lives, which is fine, ladies. It's fine.
That's crazy.
However,
when you gotta do that.
They get into their 30s and the time's coming to get married, and they're like, not really finding any 9s and 10s anymore. Want to get married, so they end up marrying a 6 or a 7. Mids marry mids, guys. Sorry. And these women who end up getting married feel like they settled. They spent all this time on a dating app, just given the illusion that they were a 9 or a 10. So women in their 30s aren't getting married because they have these high expectations for a man, which is fine, but it was all built on a lie.
Boy,
They hadn't done any work yet.
this woman have to keep on staying. It's fine though, because she don't want to get fucking canceled. That's crazy. You can't even speak your mind without women starting to act like you going against them.
9 or 10. So women in their 30s aren't getting married because they have these high expectations for a man, which is fine, but it was all built on a lie that they were a 9 and a 10 and they were going to marry a 9 or a 10. Let me know what you think in the comments.
I think you got a good valid point. I thought about it most of the way, but the ending, just ain't really think of that. But I guess that's the same thing as me saying these hoes think they look better than what they do.
Well, that's what you mentioned.
I'm just saying it ghetto. She just saying it the proper way. But it's the same thing. You think you look better than you do, and then when you're ready to get married, you want to settle down with the man that's the type of man that you've been letting fuck. That's what she's basically saying. You've been letting these certain type of men fuck you, and then when you was ready to get married, you realize, damn, they was just fucking me. So I gotta go get somebody that's more on my level to like me. That's basically what she's saying. And I agree with her. Y'all hoes ain't... Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, but for real though, I do think she got a valid point. And it's coming from and she explained it really well. She explained it really well. She talked really slow so you can have a really clear understanding that she wasn't trying to be offensive or anything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But I do like what she's saying. I think it's true. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, well, I'm not even going to say unfortunately because I feel like we need something. But women hold the key to sex and men hold the key to commitment. So it's like you can win war, but you can't win the battle. You see what I'm saying? You can win the war. You can tell me no. You can turn men down all your life. You're a woman. That's just natural nature for men to chase you. You can turn men down and feel good about yourself and all that. You can win the war. But you can't win the whole thing. You know what I mean? You can win the fight, but you can't win the war. The battle, but you can't win the war. You can't do that. You can win the battle, but you can't win the war. Men hold the key to commitment. If we don't want to date you, we can say no, and you know damn well that's what we mostly trying to avoid. You see what I'm saying? So I would just say be more open-minded and slow down. Be a little less judgmental of people. More open-minded for sure. I think the world is open-minded as the world become, and I think it's closing people off-minded. It's closing people's mind even more. People who's not open to judgmental people. I don't think we're in the space of the world to be judgmental. I think we need to be open-minded, talk, you know, in this situation, you know, like she said, it's fine if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But when you slow down and take away the glamour and the numbers and stuff, with 9s and 10s and all of that foolish shit, ultimately people need to just have an open mind and slow down. It's not we just not in the world. Oh, you gonna end up 30-something, no marriage. But men do that too. You know what I'm saying? Men do that too. But overall, I just don't. I think everybody's in the space of doing whatever they want to do, and everybody want to be accepted, but nobody's accepting anyone. Everybody got something wrong with what somebody's doing. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't no different in these situations. You gotta be open-minded, men and women, but for sure women, because like I said, you hold the key to sex, but men hold the key to commitment. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. If that's what you, but if you don't want commitment, then I'm not talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Move on. But if you do, you're gonna have to be open-minded. You're gonna have to let that ego go, because you're gonna be 30. Man, she said she got married at 22. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think she married no more. Which makes it even better. She can come speak from a different perspective for sure. She said she was 22 and she was a homemaker and all of that shit. So, y'all make sure y'all subscribe, hit the bell, leave me down in the comments what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Or why y'all don't get married. I just like, all right, man. I think so.
I got the bands, I'm not like your man. Fuck as you saying, I drown and drip, I drown and drip, ayy. I drown and drip, ayy. Check out the kicks, ayy. I drown and drip.